Welcome to our yoga stretch program. Our yoga stretch program today is called Yoga for Sports. Our first standing yoga posture will be mountain pose. So let's place one foot in front of the other and come into a tall standing posture. Let's work through our shoulders and wrists with a reverse namaste. First, we start out by circling your arms up towards the sky, pressing the palms of the hands together. Bring your hands to your heart center. Now dive the fingers down towards the floor. And swim the arms up towards your ears. Hold the squat. Elongate your spine, lift your heart center. And now slowly come to standing mountain pose. Now swan dive, hinge from your hips into that forward fold. Release your arms by the sides of your feet. Keep your hips lifting while resting the chest on your thighs. Release your fingertips down to the floor and come halfway up. Draw the belly in, strong. Bring your arms out like airplane and circle the arms up to the sky. Bring your palms together. Let's release our hands back to our heart. Let's flow this yoga sequence 3 more times. Inhale, circle your arms up to the sky. Exhale, draw the prayer hands towards the floor in that reverse namaste, coming into chair pose. Deep inhale, reach your arms up towards your ears. Hold your chair, and as you exhale, start to lift your torso into mountain salute. Take that deep inhale, and as you exhale, hinge from your hips and come into that forward fold. Keep your back straight, and now relax your neck and head down. Keep your knees bent and the torso resting on your thighs. Inhale, lift your head and chest halfway up. You can support the forward bend with your hands on your shin or your hands on your thighs. Bring your arms out like wings. Draw the belly in. Now circle your arms up to the sky. Press the palms of the hands together. Release your hands back to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale and bring your hands down to your heart and dive your fingers into that chair pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up next to your ears, keeping the chair squat. Lift your chest, draw the belly in, take a breath in as we come into mountain salute. Now exhale, swan dive into that forward fold. Now relax your head and your neck. Take a deep inhale, come halfway up into monkey pose. Remember, you can place your hands on your shin or your quads to support your spine. Bring your arms out like wings. Draw the belly and circle your arms up towards the sky, pressing the palms together. Now bring your hands to your heart. Side to side like a dance. So separate your feet about 3 to 4 feet apart. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees and the left foot 45 to 60 degrees. Bend your knee directly over your heel, and now come into the full expression of the pose by sweeping your arms up towards your ears. Bring your hands together by interlocking the first 3 fingers. The index fingers should be pointing up to the sky with your thumbs crossed. Relax your shoulders, engage your abs, and think of creating space in your torso. Lower your arms in front of your chest, just like a sword. Pivot on your heel and bring your arms across to the other side. Lift your arms up into Warrior One and imagine bringing your arm down as if you were slicing through all your obstacles. And now let's come into Warrior One on the right side. We're going to move onto the floor by bringing your hands down to the mat. Now bending that back knee, dropping it to your mat. Let's slide the front foot back into our table position. Come into a seated position and extend your legs directly in front of you. We'll start with a modified seated pigeon pose. So keep your left leg straight, but bend the right leg and bring the heel in towards the hips. Bring your hands behind your hips and keep your elbows soft. Now slowly slide that left heel towards the body, creating an upside down four with your legs. Relax your shoulders down, elongate your spine, and feel the opening of the right hip. If you don't feel the opening of the right hip, then take your left heel a little closer to your gluteus maximus. Now let's stretch our leg across the mat and come into a gentle spinal twist. Bringing your left hand across your right thigh, slowly turn and look behind you. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, twist a little further into your thigh. Press the right hand against the floor just behind your right buttocks. Lean your upper torso back slightly against the shoulder blade and continue to lengthen the tailbone into the floor. Press the inner right foot very active into the floor and lengthen your front torso. Now lean the torso slightly back against the shoulder blades and continue to lengthen your tailbone onto the floor. Now you can turn your head with the twist of the torso, and with every inhalation lift a little more through the sternum, and as you exhale, come into that twist. Be sure to distribute the twist evenly throughout your entire spine. Don't over-force the lower back. Now let's release that spinal twist with our exhalation. Now our next posture is called Heron pose. So slide your left foot under your right leg into the outside of your right hip. Lay that outside left leg on the floor and step the right foot over the left leg. The right knee will be pointing directly up to the sky. Now bend that right knee and place a foot on the floor, just right in front of the sit bones. Grab that right foot with your hand and lean back slightly, but keep your torso long. Begin to straighten out the leg, feeling the stretch of the hamstring and the calf. Draw the belly in and lift your chest. With your foot as high or slightly higher than your head. Now take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, release the raised leg. Carefully unbend and straighten that left leg. Let's come back into staff pose by straightening out both legs in front of you. We're going to do pigeon pose on the left side. So now keep your right leg straight, but bend the left knee in towards the hips. Bend that left knee and place your left ankle over the opposite leg. Bring your hands behind your hips and keep your elbows soft. Roll your shoulders back and down from your ears and lift your chest towards the sky. Now slowly slide that right heel towards your body, creating an upside down four with your legs. If you do not feel the stretch in your hip, then draw your heel a bit closer. When you're ready, slide that leg down to the floor. Let's go into our spinal twist by straightening out the right leg and bringing the left foot onto your mat. Exhale and twist to the inside of your left thigh. Press your left hand against the floor just behind your hip and set your right arm on the outside of your left thigh, near your knee. Press your inner left foot very actively into the floor. Lengthen your torso. Now lean the torso back slightly and continue to lengthen through the tailbone. You can turn your head with the twist. And with every inhalation, lift a little more through your sternum. Now let's slowly release with our exhalation. Now we'll come into Heron pose. So slide your right foot underneath your left leg. Make sure that your left heel is in front of the right shin. Sit up tall, and your left knee should be pointing up towards the ceiling. Wrap your hand around the thigh, bringing the knee slightly in towards the chest. Grasp your left foot with your hand and lean back slightly, but keep the torso long. Inhale and raise the leg diagonally to the floor, about 45 degrees. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, release that leg back to the floor. Let's stretch the hamstring one more time, straightening out that leg and holding on to the ankle or the foot. Take a deep inhale, feel the stretch, and now exhale and release. Roll down to the side of your hip, resting your arm under the side of your face and stacking your hips and legs. Let's build strength in our legs and knees with some side-lying yoga postures. This next flowing posture is called lateral tiger stretches. Start by drawing your knee up and towards your chest, and you can assist this movement by placing your hand on the shin. Now let's extend that top leg by straightening it out and swinging it back behind the opposite leg. Make sure you don't arch your back. So continue by drawing the knee back into your chest. You may flex your foot by drawing the knee into the chest and point the toe while extending the leg back. Let's do our tiger stretch 2 more times, and then we'll hold for a nice quad stretch. With the quad stretch, you want to bring the heel up towards the gluteus maximus and grab that ankle with your top hand. Now let's go into a nice stretch for your hamstring and calf called lying Buddha. Start by grabbing the ankle or the shin, or you can take the middle finger, index finger around the big toe. Begin to extend the leg up towards the sky. Try to take the bend out of the knee, but it's okay to keep the knees soft if your hamstring is feeling tight. So let's hold the stretch, but breathe deeply. Deep breathing will help you relax and give the muscle additional oxygen it needs to stretch a bit more. Keep your belly drawn in, and if you want to, you may lean the side of your head on your hand. Make sure this doesn't bother your neck. Take another deep breath and slowly release the leg down to the mat. Now let's repeat this entire flow on the opposite side. We'll first start out with our lateral tiger stretches. Now start by drawing the knee into your chest and flexing the foot. Release your leg back, pointing the toe and drawing the belly in. Bring the knee up. Swing the leg back. Now draw the knee in. Continue to flow the leg front and back. Again, you may flex your foot while drawing the knee into the chest and pointing the toes while extending the leg back. It's important for you to keep your abs engaged. On this last swing, let's bring the heel into the hip and stretch the quad. Our next posture is this nice stretch for the hamstring and calf, lying Buddha. So we start by drawing the top knee into the side of our waist. You may hold the shin, the leg, the ankle, or the foot with your hand, or you can use your index and middle finger. Slowly extend that top leg up towards the sky. See if we can take the bend out of the knee. Hold that stretch, but keep the breath flowing. You may keep your hand holding the head up, but if it bothers your neck, please release your head down. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, release your leg slowly back to the opposite leg. Let's come into our seated meditation. Relaxation is a perfect way to eliminate stress and create a sense of peace.